Alright, 2017-0424 LibreCAD User Extensive Manual. Modify. Unable to modify that you go to the menu bar, tool, lines, first item, right mouse, click, pick, toolbars, ensure flyout, modified tick, toolbar icons below the drawing area, change. To modify your drawing, either click with the drawing, move the points you use, modify, edit, entity, geometry, or modify entity. Attribute some of the modify options. You'll select the entities, line, circles you want to modify to. Leave the selection below. Tell LibreCAD you want to select all you want and press the question button on the CAD toolbar and mention that once must overlook steps. Modify order, flyout, move top, home, move the bottom end. So home is the move to the top, move to the bottom end, raise over any page up, lower over any page down. Modify, move, and copy. Your command is MV prompts. Move a line by dragging. Move the cursor over the line you want to move. Click the line once and select it. Drag the selected touch line with the cursor. Hold the left mouse button down. Holding left mouse button down, use the mouse to move the line. Preview a line moving together with the cursor as shown. Release the left mouse button after the preview is visible. Use the mouse to move the preview to the new location. Left click left mouse button once at the new location. You can see that it has been moved. Deselect line. Click on the line. Left mouse button once. Use the shortcut Control S or selection pointer with the toolbar. This also works for the circles, ellipse, and all lines. One thing you have to remember is if you want to move a rectangle or square composed of separate lines, you need to select each side first. If you select one side, only one side will be moved. Alright, 1.3. Modify, rotate. Commands RO prompts. Reproducing the issue rule, July 27, 2016 forum. Insert a block from the library browser. Rotate the block tools. Modify, rotate. After rotating, copy and paste. Found in the pasted element. Rotated again. Still current question mark. Modify scale is SV. Small shortcut. Short key command. Modify mirror MI. Shortcut key. Modify move and rotate. Modify line. Can be accomplished by dragging, moving, copy action. First, we discuss dragging. Selecting a line to move. Simply move with the cursor over the line you want to move. Click on the line once to select it. Move the now touch line to the cursor. Again, hold the left button down. When the button is still held down, use the mouse to move the line. Preview the line, move it together with the cursor as shown. Release left mouse button after the preview is visible. Deselect the line. Click on the line. Left mouse button one. Use shortcut K. Shortcut Control K or selection pointer will within toolbar. This works with circle, ellipse, and all lines. Within rectangle and square, you need to select each side first. For it, you select only one side. Only one side will be moved. Modify, rotate to command prompt. Modify, revert direction command prompt. Short form Control R. Modify trim, TM or trim. You can type trim command. Select the first entity. Select the second entity. Cursor shapes ended with a hash cross. Select the first line change the terms of a different color. Command line prompts you with a second trim entity. Two line shortening extended to meet 90-degree angle. When lines are shortened, ensure you pick the part of the line you want to keep and not the part to be trimmed off. Hold the control key when cutting the first line to cut more than one line. Commands appear to either lengthen or shorten lines as needed. Stays in command until escape key is pressed. I prefer trim 2 command, the trim command. Modify trim 2 or trim 2, T2, TM2. You type command line, select first trim entity, select second trim entity. Cursor shape changes the hat scape. Select the first line changes into different color gray on the line. Command line prompts you the second trim entity. Two lines shorten or extend to meet the 90-degree angle. When lines are shortened, ensure you pick part of the lines we want to keep, not the part trimmed off. Hold down control key, cutting first line with a cut more one line. Commands appear on lengthening or shorten lines as needed. Stay in command until the escape key is pressed. I prefer trim 2 command, trim 2 command. Alright, 111, modify length 2 lines, command trim 2, TM2. You type command line, select the prompt, first entity, cursor shape changes. Cursor shape changes when you select the first line, change to a different color. Command line prompts you, select and trip entity. Two lines extend, shorten to meet the 90-degree angle. When shortening lines, ensure you pick part of lines you want to keep, not part of the trimmed off. Hold on control key, cutting the first line to extend more one line, perhaps extend one line further. Command appears length and shortening lines as needed. Modify offset. Command O prompts. Click on the command line under command line window. Press spacebar. If not blue, turns blue color. Now type the command letter O. Press the enter key. Command line will show as offset imputed. Small window opens in the third row of toolbars. Drawing area under help section menu bar. This free of the distance and number distance. Check on the menu bar. Option drawing preference grid tab. Tick grid inspection. X spacing. Y spacing. A 1:1. The L set spacing is 1:1 millimeter. This way that you have 100 millimeter offset, you will have 100. Number defaults 1 and permits 99 copies. If you set 0, this permits the offset polyline once as needed indefinitely until the command is canceled. The option 3 requires the tab of the first that permits you to position the grid and snaps parallel line where desired drawing. Your cursor shape changes mine to cross. However, the cursor over original line will offset with the broken line copy to appear on one side of the line. Other you desire offset with a large dimension or zoomed in close. You may not be able to see the offset on the screen. Click left button on the mouse. Offset lines are added to the drawing. Continue using offset command or different offset distance number lines needed. The open offset window with a toolbar over area closes with the cancel offset command. Pressing keyboard escape key twice. Functions like line and parallel. Spacing bit experience could allow you to make non-standard thicker lines to experiment white space. Caution: ensure sunlight middle line is on any grid, not the edge of the line. Use grips and reposition it as found. Experimental successful plate white space results on template. 113. Modify bevel. The command is CH or fillet. Bug question commands. Bevel and fillets. Select one of the two prompts with the window for the horizontal icon upper line. Tool options allow to indicate either bevel dimension, fillet diameter. Many other icons prompt tool options that will allow the add properties in the command. Modify fillet with trim option. That is FI or fillet. Specify first ending, specify second ending. Bevel and fillet. Select one of these two to prompt little windows below the horizontal icon upper line. Tool option allowed either the bevel dimension, fillet diameter. Many other icons prompt tool option that allow the properties in command. Command enter the trim text box option opens two icon bar. Open drawing area. Tick removes lines projection beyond fillet. Untick leaves projection lines alone. No window labeled radius. Type 0 produces standard trim in the corner. Perhaps trend 2 command. Type 1 more is a radius dimension of a fillet. May need zooms in C action. First prompt. Then pause the C option shown in location fillet. Move mouse to specify second and E. Art 115. Modify divide commands div or cut. To divide the distance between 2 points with a number of equal parts, draw a line between the 2 points. Select tool menu, tools menu, divide, select, and change color. Pick midpoint, snap, midpoint, radio button between the window. Opens 3 toolbar just above the drawing area. Change the dials to select the number of the divisions. Note the pick two tools menu points. Last item on the flyout, select the number of points indicated on the initial selected line. Now switch to off midpoint snap and turn on any snap on and draw the lines from the points. Your 116 modify stretch, shorten, position 8th down. Command prompt is command short key is SS or stretch or shorten. Prompt specifies first corner, second door. Select reference point, select target point. Follow the prompt. Select top right hand corner, square rectangle, bottom right hand corner. Identify the part you want to stretch. Notify the midpoint snap. If not using grid, pick the line stretch. Clicks one official final position of the point and then right click twice. Alright, 117. Modify properties. Command short key MP or props. Command props for properties. Uses attributed command compared properties. Modify menu. Refine the action verb, divide, stretch, explode, etc. Reading attributes go over the properties. 1. L, the thought is the name of the similar function inactive for some reason. Attributed should be avoid thinking. They're the same. You can copy the switch layer with the modified properties attributed or enable the function going to application preference default modified layer or of selected entities on layer activation. Another tool further any information can be found with the menu bars plugin list entities. When the icon is attached to open list entities window that shows layer, color, line, type, thickness, geometry, X, Y, and length, and angle, object identification number. The tools are more information tools, modify properties. Modify properties still useful tool. Press spacebar. Active command line. Arrow turns blue. Type of the short form MP for the modified properties. Cursor change. Shape of the hatch areas. Pick the line. Identify with the cursor information large or reddish color. Window open. Center of the drawing area. Variable information depending on the item picked. Some of the item can be modified here, and the information can be on layers, lines, geometry, dimension, text, label, variables, property, windows, layer, changing option, pen color, change option, pen width, change option, pen line type, change option, geometry, start point, X and Y, endpoint, X and Y. Activate the rule tool. Activate the properties tools by clicking the icon toolbar. Modify properties of the main menu. Fifth from the bottom top menu of the list. After you've activated the tool, click on the object you wish to modify. The window will appear. Modifying properties is not the same. Modify properties is not the same as modify attributes. Modify properties informs you of the existing layer, pen color, width, line type, characteristics of the any geometry is considered. Modify attributes informs you of the existing characteristics. Will give you the option to modify any in place of another layer, pen color, width, line type. In each case, you're given the option to unchange or give you the option to change the radio button. Geometry of the entity is not considered the attributed command. Further menu bar options, application preference, default modified layer, select the entity's layer activation from further lines, modify line, further details. Alright, modify attributes or MA or ATTR prompts. Modify properties is not the same as modified attributes. Modify properties informs you existing layer, pen color, width, line type, characteristics, and even the geometry is considered here. Modify attributes informs you existing characteristics while giving you the option to change the ethnicity and placing on another layer, pen color, width, and line type. Each case giving you the option to read unchanged, or it gives you the option to change with the radio button. Geometry and even is not considered attributes change. Attributes window, layer, change position, pen color, unchanged or change option, pen width, unchanged, change option, pen line type, unchanged, change option. Refer to menu bar options, application preference, default, modified layer, selecting entity's layer activation. 119, modified explode text and layers, not search. Modified explode or XP prompts. This may be useful. Laser cutting equipment file with the red line requires text to be non-editable text. This is blue line strokes, also solid line blue lines. 121, modified delete selected, or ERD delete. Paintbrush command, and none. Location menu bar plugin, same property, second on the list. Valuable tool, changing line qualities, color line type, matching near. It needs useful to having floating toolbar, open part screen. Alright, your dimension style change. LibreCAD has tools to make drawing dimensions much easier to modify the default of the dimension you change with the preference. Click on the drawing of the option, select with the current drawing preference. Dialog panel name drawing preference will appear. Select dimension tab. You can set the font size, text height, the height of the text of the dimension, the extension line extension. This of the extension goes from the dimension line, the extension line offset. This is the distance between the extension line and the object you are dimensioning. The important readability outline of the drawing, the object extension line gap. This is the distance between the text and dimension line arrow. The alternative ending size, dimension size change, soup print and print scale. If the print is 250 millimeters long, 1:1, preset values, menu bar option, current draw preference, dimension might be satisfactory. If you want to print a building around print scale 1 to 100, you have to change these settings just so that it fits the paper. Go to the menu bar option, cutting drawing preference, dimension tab, change general scale. With general scale, you modify all the values on the tab except for the fixed length, so you don't have to change all of the individual values, different scale. Also ensure the paper precise set dimension locations, and ensure the scale. Distance, first line, drawn object, dimension, first line, dimension, object. If you don't see the text associated with the dimension, you may need to raise the value of the current drawing preference dimension and the text height. You might need to adjust the current drawing preference dimension general scale. Alright, info, distance point to point, or DP or DIST, type command line prompt, select first entity. Has the ability to quickly measure the length of the dimension right side of the drawing. Can do this clicking the line measurement tool with the left button menu or menu bar tools info, then just clicking on the 2 points in the drawing the distance between the 2 points using default units menu bar options, current drawing preference units tab. The results is placed on the screen. On the bottom screen, display plane. Similar method applied to all tools in the section. 1, 2, if distance, entity to point commands and prompt. If angle between 2 lines command is ANG, short key. Angle for long command. You type the command in the command line prompt. Select first trim entity. If info total length of selected entities, command and prompt, info, polygon, area, command, short key, AR, or area, long command, type of the command line, and prompt, specify first point, polygon, etc. Text command, TXT or TXT, MText, MTXT, MTX, prompt, specify insertion point, menu bar tools, text, third up list, menu bar tools, MText, fourth up the list, type locating text, MTX, recommended windows, opening, choose font. Choose the text height, smaller number with a smaller font. Let's try 5 millimeters. Zooming in. So if you can lose it. If you lose it, space adjust. Leave as default. Take the line selecting. Suggest on top left. Click text box. Type note. Click OK button. Use grid snap. Switch off eyeball placement. Refer to exclusive snap mode. Toolbar. Second row of the detail position function. Use mouse or move. Text note near leader. Click left mouse once. Right click mouse to see location text. Alright, moving text, left mouse click on the text, select, it will turn to red color, grid shapes, will switch off the eyeball placement, refer to exclusive snap mode, toolbar, second row, detail position functions, there will be a blue point about the text, place your cursor on this, hold down left button, will hold the move in the text where you want it, click the left button, mouse button once, click the right button, mouse button one, the text should be where you want it. After clicking OK, the text in the immovable text window, after typing the command and changing the specified insertion point, you can then put the insertion point as X and Y coordinates, otherwise add the drawing area by the snaps or eyeball it. And then it shows you the fonts, and it gives you the different fonts, examples, and comments. Romanix is not available, refer to printout. Standard is not available, refer to printout. Preferred, and simplex is preferred. Alright, 1, 2, text height. Text height with the drawing is based for the font height multiplied by the scale drawing. For example, the decided 2.5 millimeter of the 1:1 full-size drawing comparable height text 1 to 100 scale drawing. Answer height scale with a 2.5 to 100 to 250 millimeter. Chart gives information usually based on the old radiograph pen size. Use the different size. Insert row on other scale. Use spare columns or other pen size following principles, and it gives you a table. The line weight, on-screen line weight is spaced by the model space. All lines are shown with a pixel height of 2500 millimeter as of the default width. MText or short-term MTXT or MText, abbreviation multi-line text used to more than one line text needed with a column text produced now could be needed in the future. This is add the note with the future increase the length you want to format the columns of the text like MText produces. The frustrating added type noted with the find that it is not on the MText, so the best decided to begin use the MText for general notes exclusively. For the following point, use single line text. For extensive notes for the drawing, include the outline specification. Use the advantages to set up the font size, column width, such as start notes, right mouse click, copy the text you started, right mouse click, paste, copy Apache, open Office Writer, test processing program that's free, obtain the use of obtain, continue typewriting, text processing program, format, finally spell check your notes as explained under subsection spell checking to replace corrected note back into the multi-line text or text in your drawing, copy paste commands before. Alright, menu toolbar, MText, or bottom fly out, open the MText box. Your font name is the top left box. Some of the true type fonts are available. Use standard for XI simplex. The favorite with the arrow is not available. The Romans and may be suitable. Engineers drawing available. Fonts can be made. Typical ones available in documents, LibreCAD drawing folder text fonts. Heights, use ISO height as default. Line spacing box tick. Line spacing one or more heights can be typed. Alignment, space one of the following mid alignment may be suited with the end of the note leader. Top left, top middle, top right, middle left, middle center, middle right. Bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. Angle generally at left at 0 degrees. Insert with the following symbols. Choose the diameter. Degree plus or minus at hash dollar. Copyright registered paragraph. PIN pound yen times division position flashing cursor when you want a symbol. Text press your choice word with actual button symbol with the inserted in this text box. Type the next using icons follows. Icons clear text 1, load text file 2, save text file 3, cut 4, 5, copy 5, paste last. Insert Unicode additional symbols, page character. Has flyout installation illustrations of adding window, play position cursors where you want the symbol in the text press of the window illustration. Actual button symbol been inserted in the text. To add text to drawing, visually check with the setting of the multi-line text window area you want. The mouse click with the text button, type with the note, with the press the OK button, window will close. Now back in the drawing area, using the mouse to move the note to the end of the leader, mouse clicking on the snaps prevent you from moving the note to the location you want. You should note that the prompt with the command line will specify insertion point. Specify the text insertion point, click on the screen, type with the coordinates at this point with the command line prompt will again say specify insertion point so that you insert with another copy of the text elsewhere. Press keyboard escape key to cancel the text command. The text inserted sufficiently. Change the multiple line text layer, pen color, line type properties. Note that the drawing of the MP modified properties command line with the multiple line text window opens up similar with the previous one. Added ability change layer, pen color, or line type. To change multiple line text column width when typing out a text problem you don't see with the line screen type during the how it will work open only after inserting working around the could draw a text box in your drawing. You say 3,000 millimeters wide first, maybe on a different layer but it does not interfere with the text. The size of the text box is different scale that can be found with the chart with the subsection text location. Type your multiple line text box with any line breaking inserting in the box. You see the follows over the border with the open the text again. Modify properties, input windows, insert line breaker, enter after the last layer that was within the box. Proceed and so on. You'll now see where it inserts the next line breaker. If for some reason it doesn't work, you can try the following. Only work around the line thought that was open the multi-line text. The type letters alphabetical with the font size font size L1. I want to insert into the drawing the vertical line, insert point, offset line, in this case 3,000 millimeters, showing the letter placed where the text column needs to end. Delete the rest of the alphabet. I have the line in text, my own text ruler, so I say to speak, I can now insert the text. Under this width I lastly delete the part alphabet of the ruler located with the column text in the drawing by juggling. First time, but can copy the text around with the drawing, placing it into your drawing temperature for the future drawing. Ensure text heights are added with the preference area. Refer to appendix additional information, justification fonts. Alright, 1.5 single line text. Single line text, particularly the required accurate positions such as drawing sheet, title boxes, illustration type note, finding in the format column, so the best decide at the beginning to use. Multiple line text, general notes for ability to form multiple line text that will format in the columns as needed. Use single line text where distance is where your instance where you require accurate positioning such as drawing sheet, title box, and detailed titles. Tools text, bottom flyout, open text box. Text box alignment, justification section gives you point tips where you have the cursor over alignment icon, adjusting justification top left, center right, proceeding Y corner direction, top left, middle baseline, bottom giving down, text Y direction will fill the position of the fit, align middle. 1/6 text size. You may find the following architectural metric type size. Text size help. Text location scale. Text column width. Location keynotes border from the text millimeter. Modified text. Select tool menu. Select modified option. Select properties option. Modified menu. Although no message appears with the command window, the mouse pointer changes the arrow to across. When the pointer has changed across, left click on the text. Text dialog will now appear. Edit. Text, click on OK to close the dialog. Change the now appears in the drawing. 1.9 spell checking text. To spell check drawing notes, open the notes and multi-line text, single line text, highlight the notes, right click, mouse click, copy and paste, right click and paste, and word processing program, open Office Writer, Apache open source program is free to use to obtain. Now you can use a smaller grammar tool found with the menu bar tool, spelling grammar to spell check with the notes. Unknown words can be added with the custom dictionary. Copy and paste commands was before to place corrected notes back to the multiple line text or text in your drawing. Alright, your hatch. Command HA or hatch prompts ensure the draft mode icon is not highlighted when you're inserting a hatch or print. Know the next step of the create with a hatch for the cut area, so you need to switch hatch layer that will select. We'll have to select all the blue polygon selection layer. Now select the create hatch. Give you and confirm example of the dialog box hatch ANSI 31 scale 1 angle 0. So that's angle scale ANSI 31. That was the scale on angle 0. Drawing point command, PO point, specify location type point, or PO command line parent prompt, specify location. After selection desired snap option, main toolbar, you can respond clicking the mouse to the drawing area, enters the points. Once you enter the points, enter the command line, same as the line above. X, Y, 10, 20. Place the position X, 10, Y, 20, origination points X, Y, and then at X, Y, X, at 30 and 40, enter place in coordinates for the distance X 30, Y 40, last drawn point. So X is equal to 10 plus 30 equals 40, and Y plus 20 equals 40 equals 60. Distance rotation, let's create the point, specify the distance, origin, add symbol means we have want relative to the distance, position, consider the origin, the coordinate of the add with the coordinated with the relative 0 position, 50 less than 50 of the degree of the 45 to the place of the point distance gram with the 45 degree angle, positive the x's. If 0 degree, positive x is y degree, 90 degrees, some degrees are measured counterclockwise from horizontal. Another way to express the hand clock, 3 o'clock 0, 12 o'clock 90, 9 o'clock 180 degrees, 6 o'clock 270. At distance, angle rotation creates position with a specified distance relative to 0 position rotated specific amount degrees around the point at 60 distance at rotation 15, enter place at 60 at 15 degree angle from the last point drawn. Point should be used origination point 000 for all blocks, identified block and part insertion point. Alright, zooming, and we're going to check how long the tape is there. We're at 20 minutes, we'll cut the tape there.